Let's see what that ritual has to do with. Let's roll over here on resources and trade. What kind of ritual are we talking about? Herbs or specialty items? Let's roll for specialty items. Let's go to the treasure table. And we have a specialty item, 26. A water skin. So let's go ahead and investigate this next scroll. So we've already done the preliminary, and so this is the process that we're going to follow. We're going to roll for the content under Legends from the Twin Sun, from Tarvanian. We are going to roll for the dominant faction, motivation, traits, and rumors in the Kal-Arath book. So let's go ahead and generate our scroll. What is this scroll about? What legend is it about? Number 11, the Forging of Heartfire. Okay. The Forging of Heartfire. So, should we say this is instructions on how to make a magic sword, maybe? Or just the history of how this particular sword was forged? What do you think? Should we roll the bones? Let's do it. Where did I put the bones? Alright, let's roll the bones. No. It is not a set of instructions for making a magic sword. It is just a history. Okay. So, the dominant faction. I will have to make... There's an airplane flying over, sorry. I will have to make a chart for this. A quick reference guide. Alright, the dominant faction. Roll a d6. 2. A religious sect. Alright, well that makes sense. Religious sect. What is their motivation? That is a d66. Red die first. 52. Break a curse. Oh, yeah. Traits. What are the traits? Okay, let's see what this has to say. 56, bold, and 65, steadfast. Well, that's certainly two good qualities you want to have in a magic sword. Is the sword intelligent and possessed of a personality of its own? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. Intelligent sword. According to the bones. Now, rumors and opportunities available from this. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to roll the good or bad die. If we get a sun, there will be opportunities. If we get the sun, with the star, with the eye. Where are we at here? With the sun with the eye, there'll be 2. Sun, 1. Skull, 1 bad thing. Skull with the sword and flames, 2 bad things. And then the blank, we'll do, we'll figure that out if we get one of those. Let's see what we got here. Aha, 2 good things. All right, so we're going to roll the opportunities. 51. There is a ruined temple. And 35. A mysterious hermit's warning. All right, now it's a good thing. Let's see what our challenge might be. Let's roll a d6. Let's roll a d6 and see what we get. A 5. Resource scarcity. Challenge. Resource scarcity. Well, all right. Do we have a special event that is somehow mentioned in this mysterious hermit's warning? The tiebreaker says, I don't need a tiebreaker. The answer is yes, there is a special feature. So let's find out what that is. You know what? This rolls a 5 every time. 1. A religious festival. Okay, so there's a special ritual. The challenge can be overcome by a ritual. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see what that ritual has to do with. Let's roll over here on resources and trade. What kind of ritual are we talking about? Herbs or specialty items? Let's roll for specialty items. Let's go to the treasure table. And we have a specialty item, 26. A water skin. There's an enchanted water skin. The resource is a specialty item, which is an enchanted wineskin. The forging of Heartfire. So yeah, anything you care to add or anything you care to drop in. You know what? Let's do one more thing. Let's get our point of interest. Let's add one more point of interest here. And we're going to use the Ziggurat book. Because it's a ruined temple, we're going to go to the temple points of interest. And this is a 2d6 sum, so it's a bell curve. Let's see what we get. And I'm going to roll the good or bad die with this to see whether it is beneficial or detrimental. All right, so we have a 6, and it's detrimental. Number 6 says, wide steps leading up to a large and very old temple. The stairs and interior are now home to a massive population of rats that are fed daily as a devotional practice by citizens. That's interesting. In fact, that's wildly interesting. The old temple is home to a massive population of rats. massive population of rats. And it says they're fed daily. Okay, so let's have some questions here. One, are they really rats? Or is that a euphemism for something else? Two, are the citizens, the so-called citizens, alive or undead? Are they cultists or some sort of revenants? And if they're undead, did they stop feeding the could-be rats? And are the rats... What has happened? What has become of the rats? In the intervening centuries. Again, if you have an idea, drop it in the comments. But we're going to go ahead and roll the Oracle dice real quick, just to get some basic ideas, and then we'll flesh this out. We'll flesh this out in between sessions here. So, are they really rats? No. No, they are not. Are the citizens alive, or are they undead? Yes means they're alive. No. The citizens are undead. And what has become of the rats? What has become of the rats? Let's get some more specificity here. Let's go ahead and roll. Let's go ahead and roll. Let's roll on the encounters table. And just to make things exciting, I'm going to grab the ziggurat table. All right, so we have the ziggurat booklet. We're going to find out about the rats. What major feature of the temple has changed? 46. There's now a hidden community of witches. A hidden community of witches. Now this is exciting. They worship the old gods and despise demon lords. Despise demon lords. So the demon lords are in charge now. Boy, this makes some exciting stuff. All right, we're gonna roll on the encounter table now and see what sort of thing the witches have brought in to take care of the not rats. 45. The Road of Bones that leads to Kal-Arath. So this ruined temple of Kal-Arath lies at the end of the Road of Bones. Road of Bones. Boy, isn't that evocative? Now, we still don't have another creature. So let's roll again for a creature. What creature roams the Road of Bones? 66. A great turtle with a fort on its back, manned by fighting monks. Fantastic. Okay. Manned by fighting monks. Fantastic. They guard the way to the ruined temple of Kal-Arath, where the mysterious hermit has warned of a resource scarcity that can be overcome by a ritual using the enchanted wineskin. But what does that have to do with the sword? Where? Oh, where is the wineskin? Where does the hermit say the wineskin is? Let's determine that. The location of the wineskin. Well, this is fun. You can just keep falling down this rabbit hole forever, can't you? All right, 44. There's a haggard army besieging a large fort. The wineskin. Is the wineskin at the temple? Yes. Okay. It's at the temple of Kal-Arath. The witches are under siege. But they're not strong enough to use the sword. They have Heartfire, but they are not strong enough to use it. Well, let's find out. Actually, are they? Are they strong enough? To use the sword. Or perhaps they're chaotic. Are they chaotic and the sword is lawful? No. Will something bad happen if they use the sword? Yes. That's an emphatic yes. Something very bad. All right, so all of this was D3 plus 2 centuries ago. 2, 3, 400 years. All right, so that's really cool. We are going to go ahead then, and we're gonna take a look at this, and we're gonna take a look at this. We've already done a little bit of the abductive reasoning for this, and what will happen is during the 13th to the 16th, Mor-Pan has been studying this, the forging of Heartfire. And he's going to decide just exactly what this mysterious hermit's warning is. And how it might be relevant after 400 years have passed. And what has become of the witches and their power against the demon lords. Alright, so those are the questions for Mor-Pan. All right, so that's plenty. That is plenty to work with. And I am looking forward to the next video when we can review what some of these crazy things are. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. This has been absolutely fascinating. I love doing this. This is so much fun. And we're learning a lot, I think. Be sure and put any questions, comments, suggestions you have down in the comments down below. I know people ask you to do this all the time, but this is really important. I would love to know what your questions are and what you're trying to learn from this process. And, thanks for watching. Have a great day and keep on gaming.